So we'll go to payment of bills.
There were some questions submitted, so I'd like to turn this over to Kristen.
The first question was on electricity and gas bills compared to what we paid at this time last year compared to this year. And this is covered in a few different
what page? I'm sorry.
It's covered in a few different pages. So some of the pages are 84, 85, 104. The electricity and gas bills are kind of spread out throughout the bills. So the question was how do the costs compare to this time last year? So this year, for the past month or so, we paid about $6,700 for electricity, whereas last year we paid $31,484. So that's an approximate savings of $24,750 for not running the building at full capacity for the last month or so. For natural gas, we had a savings of $1,000. As this month we spent $5,200, and last year at this time we spent $6,224. The next question was on special education tuition, which is also covered throughout the bills. We will still be paying tuition for special education students, as they are providing services for our students remotely, just like we are. So there's no COVID-19 impact for this. Board book page 83, BSN sports, there was a question about lacrosse helmets. We had an increase of students throughout open gyms. Participation numbers doubled from what it was last year, so we did need more helmets. And we were 2 weeks into the season when COVID-19 hit, so we had already purchased the helmets prior to the start of the season, knowing that we would have these increased numbers. Board book page 89, 4-point. The Delight electric screen is a projector screen for the RBTV lab, which includes installation. Board book page 107, there were 2 questions submitted for the Treasurer's Office expenses. The first expense of $3,894 is a cost, mostly this cost is associated with keeping the AT&T one line, which is needed to run our old software, as well as a router. A small portion of that fee, was about $700, was for asking them to create and run a report in our old software system that we needed. The $79,074 is our portion of dues and fees for being a part of the township treasurer. This includes all operating costs such as salaries, computer maintenance, supplies, utilities, etc. It also includes the new software, which is more expensive than the previous software. And during this time, we're actually still keeping both softwares to help in the transition in case districts need to look things up in DCR, which is our old software. So we'll have that software for 1 more year. Lastly, this year we incurred a one-time change fee in banking software and procedures that was included in that $79,000. All of this was budgeted for. We knew this number going into this fiscal year. We'll actually come in slightly under budget overall for the township treasurer, and then I do anticipate this cost lowering next year and returning somewhat to what we normally see, but we're awaiting the final number from the township treasurer. Board book page 115, elective insurance. This is for flood insurance. We are required to have flood insurance. The building is partially in a flood zone, and so the insurers require us to purchase separate coverage from the National Flood Insurance Program. Board book page 117, there were 2 questions submitted on water music purchase for $13,696. This purchase is for 4 clarinovas, which are upright pianos. Additionally, there was a question about the music department requesting a drum. They didn't want a drum, they wanted a marimba, which we also purchased, but you won't see that until the June bills hit, as we're waiting for that final invoice. And that will be for almost $13,000. Board book page 119 is the last question on board book bills, and this is Weissman, which is for tap shoes for our dance classes. That includes dance 1, 2, and 3, and honors repertory dance. The dancers do not reimburse us for these, as these shoes are supplies that can be used for all dance classes over multiple years. And that was it for the board questions.
Any other questions? Deanna? I think you're on mute.
I apologize. I'm so sorry. On the township treasurer fee, so we're spending $80,000 a year. Just sometime as we look at the budget for next year, can we look at a 5-year trend of what we are spending with the treasurer's office? I understand about the software transition. I just think this is one of these administrative bureaucracies that we're forced to deal with. Would like to know all in what it costs us.
All right. No other questions? We read the motion.
Sure. Payment of bills. The Board of Education Township High School District 208, Cook County, Illinois approves the payment of bills as presented in the May 12th, 2020 Board Agenda Packet.
Second.
Mary Ann?
Mr. Durkin?
Yes.
Ms. Ruska?
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
Ms. Sierra?
Yes.
Ms. Towner?
Yes.
Ms. Salas?
Yes.
Mr. Smithing?
Yes.